Hello, growers. I hope you're doing well. I'm just going to post a link in our community as well, just to make sure that people are able to see it. Okay, going into growers, and let's do it. Okay, I hope you had a wonderful week so far. We have our Friday almost tradition now, although last week it was Saturday, but every end of the week, we are going to prep for our next week. And that's what we're going to do today. Again, I have both the tools with me. So I have my planner, I have my note sheet, my self-management sheet. And the way that we do this is we start by going to our review. So we look at the review page of the past week. Let's see, I'm going to turn on my second camera as well, so you'll be able to see this better. Let me just quickly get that extra camera. And okay, got it. I'll add that here so you see my second camera. And where we're going to start here, we're going to look at our weekly review. And we are going to start here looking at our top 3 wins of the week, biggest lessons learned this week, which action moved our goal forward most effectively, which tasks felt misaligned or draining, one thing to improve next week, and then next week, our primary focus will be. So we start with that. We usually have 10 minutes, so I'm going to put on a timer, and I'm going to place it somewhere that you can still see it. Here we go. You can see it. And then we get started and write our review for the week. Okay, we're getting at the end of the review. And I saw this is going to be the last week of the first month since we started tracking, then we are already doing the next month. So that's interesting. But I guess that makes sense. Next month, whoop, next week, November starting. So yeah. Okay, great. Then let's go and let's look at our next week. We are again looking at the 4 important parts of our business, focusing on leads, nurture, conversion, and fulfillment. Right now, Evelyn also has a traffic challenge, which works very well on the lead generation part, and also basically on all actually conversion, nurturing. That will lead to us to grow our business. And what we want to do, just a quick reminder, this is not a time blocking calendar. This is basically a clarity calendar where you're going to look at all these different pillars, basically all 4 pillars that are important, what your goal is, and then what days you're going to do what. So we're looking here at our leads. What's our goal for the leads? What are we going to do for the leads and what days? Same for nurture, conversion, and fulfillment. So let's do that. We are again going to take 10 minutes here to start putting it in. And then what I would say as well is get your self-management sheet out and then write the tasks in, because then we can use the last 5-10 minutes to actually put things into the calendar. I use a Google Calendar, whatever calendar you use, and you want to put it in there as well. Okay, so let's do it. You see the timer, it started, and let's go. wow, that was loud. Okay, so have you thought what days you're going to do what? And have you written down all of your tasks? Because what we want to do next is we estimate how much they take. We put them into our calendar. So I usually put them in my calendar and I have the estimation in there. But when I actually do the task, I will have the estimation here and then I will put the real time in there. If I have to delegate something, so right now I don't have much things that I have to delegate. These are all the things that I need to do. So I'm going to put them in my calendar now. And yeah, I use the Google Calendar for that because I find that the most practical. In my case, you might be using a different calendar as well. So let's put that in so that we really prepare for like a really banger weekend. Not weekend, oh my God, week next week. And let's do it. Next week is going to be a very, very exciting week. I can't say why yet, but it's going to be very exciting. Okay, so let's do it. Let's say another 10 minutes. I think usually we always have too little time to put it into the calendar. So let's do that. I'll start putting the things in. Okay, we have got 1 minute left. Okay. How are we all doing? How are you? Hope you're doing well. I have been able to put everything in the calendar. I feel really good about it. I feel very organized for next week already. And you know what I really love about this planner? Let's just close this. You know what I really love about this planner is that it really makes me through all different aspects of my business ahead of time. And what I've noticed just using it in the last few weeks is that I've been a lot more productive, but not in the sense of just doing more things, but being more intentional about the different areas of my business and not neglecting one area, which usually was really difficult for me. Like if I focused on a new program, I would forget about ads, I would forget about marketing, right? Like I would be very one-minded, like just focus on one thing instead of keeping all the other things in mind, which is important to for the business. So I thought that the last few weeks have been incredible, in the sense of that I'm becoming more and more used to having all 4 aspects of the business in mind. You know, lead generation, nurturing, conversion, and fulfillment. So I'm very excited about that. I wish you a beautiful weekend. I'll see you next Friday as we plan again our next week. See you then. Bye.